All right, let's be honest. You've seen it. Some people love to push limits. They cut you off mid-sentence. They drop little passive-aggressive comments like it's a sport. They act like your time, your feelings, and your space are optional. And somehow we're expected to smile, laugh it off, and keep it moving. Not today. If you're tired of being treated like you don't matter, this is for you. I'm going to walk you through a few blunt, real-life ways to deal with disrespect without exploding and without shrinking yourself either. Stay with me because one of these will fit your situation perfectly, and the last one hits different when you finally try it. You don't need a perfect personality to be respected. You need a clear line, and you need the courage to hold it. So take a breath, let's get into it fast and clean with tools you can actually use in real conversations. One move that works way better than people think is the calm, silent stare. Yeah, just looking at them, no arguing, no nervous laugh, no quick excuses. When someone is openly rude, they often want one thing, a reaction. They want you flustered. They want you defensive. They want you pulled into their messy little power game. But when you hold steady eye contact and give them nothing, the energy flips. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, it's controlled. And that control is what makes them uncomfortable. A long, neutral stare says, I heard you, I'm not impressed, and I'm not joining your nonsense. It's not about being mean, it's about refusing to be played. Try it once, and you'll feel how strong silence can look. I've used it in a group setting where one person kept talking over me like they owned the room. You know the type. Loud confidence, big opinions, no patience. I tried to jump in politely. I tried the normal way, nothing changed. So I leaned back, crossed my arms, and just held his gaze. No smile, no eyebrow show. 5 seconds, pure calm. And suddenly the whole table felt it. Other people started looking at him too, like, are you really doing this right now? He got awkward, stumbled, looked away, and after that, he stopped cutting me off. That's the part people miss. This isn't just a trick to win a moment. It trains others how to treat you, and it trains you too. It reminds you that you don't owe emotional performance to people who disrespect you. You can be still, you can be solid. Now here's another underrated weapon. Silence as your answer. Not the stare this time, just not feeding it at all. When someone throws disrespect at you, they expect you to catch it and throw it back, or catch it and explain yourself. Either way, they get your energy. But when you pause and give no reply, you force them to sit alone with what they just said. And that silence is loud. It makes their words feel heavier. It makes them aware. People who disrespect others often survive on attention, even negative attention. Silence starves that. I once dealt with someone who liked to hide insults inside jokes. One day they made a cheap comment about my work, clearly fishing for a reaction. I looked at them, raised one eyebrow, and said absolutely nothing. No debate, no defending. No what do you mean? They didn't know where to place their own comment anymore. They mumbled, shifted, and moved on. And they didn't try it again. Don't skip this part. Silence is not weakness, it's choice. Next, stop explaining your choices. Seriously, this one is a life changer. How many times have you decided something for yourself and someone instantly acts like they're owed a full report? Why did you do that? Why didn't you go? Why would you take that job? Like your life is a public vote. Here's the truth. It's not. When people question your choices, a lot of the time they aren't trying to understand you. They're trying to judge you, or they want you to doubt yourself, or your decision makes them uncomfortable because they wouldn't be brave enough to do it. So they poke, they dig, they keep asking, hoping you'll start defending yourself until you look unsure. And once you look unsure, they feel powerful. Stop giving them that power. Your choices can be simple, your answers can be short. Your life can stay yours. I remember changing direction in my own work life, leaving something safe for something I actually cared about. People reacted like I announced I was moving to another planet. Why would you do that? How will it work? At first, I tried to explain. I tried to make it make sense to them, and nothing was enough. The more I explained, the more they challenged it. It felt like I was standing in court, defending my own future. Then one day someone asked again, and I just said, because I wanted to. No speech, no long story, just a clean sentence. And the silence after that was beautiful. They had nothing to grab. Over time, people stopped pressing me. Here's the challenge. Next time someone pushes for reasons, give one short line and stop. Watch how your confidence grows when you stop asking for approval with extra words. Now let's get real. Sometimes the best response is distance. Not a dramatic speech, not a big fight, just space. Some people do not deserve front row access to you. If someone keeps disrespecting you, the healthiest move might be reducing how often you deal with them. That can sound harsh, but it's actually basic self-respect. Your time and energy are limited. Treat them like they're valuable, because they are. Think of your life like a place with a guest list. Not everyone gets a pass. If someone keeps crossing lines, taking jabs, draining you, why keep giving them chances to do it again? Distance isn't about hatred, it's about protection. It gives you clarity, it gives you air, and it makes room for people who actually treat you well. I had a friend who always had something slick to say about my choices. Career, relationships, even the music I liked. At first I told myself, that's just how they are. But slowly, I noticed I was walking on eggshells, always bracing for the next comment. That's not friendship, that's stress. So I didn't announce anything, I just pulled back. Instead of weekly hangouts, it became once a month, then less, and I felt lighter. In that space, I could finally see how toxic it had become. People will try to guilt you with, but you've known them forever, or but they're family, okay? And loyalty is not a reason to stay someone's target. Protecting your peace isn't selfish, it's necessary. If this is hitting home, don't ignore it. Ask yourself one question: do they really deserve this much access to me? And here's the classic move that never fails when you commit to it. Hold your head high. This isn't just good posture advice, it's a signal. Disrespect often works because the other person thinks they can make you shrink. They want you to look down. They want you to hesitate. They want you to feel small so they can feel big. But when you stand tall, shoulders back, eyes steady, you send a message without words. I know who I am. Confidence makes disrespectful people uneasy because it blocks their goal. They want control. They want influence. And when you carry yourself like their words can't reach your core, they lose the game. I used to dread being around someone who always threw little insults at me. Then I started showing up calm, upright, and unbothered. When they made a comment, I'd look them in the eye, give a small smile, and keep moving like it was nothing. And weirdly enough, they backed off. Not because I attacked them, because I stopped acting like they mattered. So here's your takeaway, and don't rush past it. People will test you, they'll question your choices, they'll push your boundaries. That's the world. But you decide what gets access to you. You decide what gets a response. You decide where the line is. Use the calm stare when you need to flip the power without a fight. Use silence when you want to starve disrespect of attention. Stop explaining when someone thinks your life needs their approval. Create distance when someone keeps showing you who they are. And hold your head high, not for them, but for you, because self-respect starts inside. If you made it this far, replay one part and pick one tool you'll use this week. And if you've ever handled disrespect in a way that surprised even you, remember it. That's proof you're stronger than you think. Keep your standards clear, keep your peace protected, and don't apologize for expecting basic respect. Let's get real for a second. You've seen it happen. Some people treat boundaries like they're optional. They interrupt you, they drop slick comments with a smile, they act like your time is free, your feelings are extra, and your attention belongs to them. And the worst part, we're often trained to be polite, to laugh it off, to be the bigger person, even when someone is clearly being disrespectful. Not today. If you're done letting people test you like that, stay with me. Because this is not about being rude back. It's about staying calm while making your line very clear. You don't need to shout, you don't need a long speech. You need a few clean moves that change the whole mood in the room. Watch how fast things shift when you stop chasing approval and start protecting your peace. Don't click away, because one small change in how you respond can stop the disrespect almost instantly. Source. One of the most effective moves is something that feels almost too simple: the steady, silent stare. Not an angry glare, not a fake smile, just calm eye contact and a quiet face. People who disrespect you usually want a reaction. They want you to get nervous. They want you to defend yourself. They want you to snap so they can say, "See, you're the problem." But when you stare for a few seconds and say nothing, you don't give them the show they came for. And that's what throws them off. The power flips because you stop playing their game. Silence plus eye contact says, "I heard you and I'm not moving." It also buys you time. Time to breathe, time to decide, time to stay in control. Try 5 seconds. It will feel long. That's the point. Let the space get heavy. Let them sit in it. Source. Here's how it looks in real life. Imagine you're in a meeting or a group talk and someone keeps cutting you off like they own the room. You try to speak, they jump in, you try again, they bulldoze right over you. Most people either give up or start arguing, but there's a third option that is way cleaner. You lean back slightly, you stop chasing your turn, you look straight at them, relaxed, still, quiet, no blinking contest drama, just a steady, I'm here presence. And something weird happens. Other people feel it too. The room notices. The interrupter starts to feel exposed. They may stumble, they may ramble, they may suddenly look away, and after that, they often back off because you showed them you're not easy to push around. You didn't fight, you didn't beg, you simply made their behavior impossible to ignore. Source. Now let's take it deeper because this isn't just a power move, it's self-respect training. When you hold that calm stare, you're reminding yourself of something important. You don't owe people instant emotional access. You don't owe anyone a performance. You don't have to prove you deserve basic respect. Disrespectful people often poke because they're used to getting away with it. Nobody challenges them, so they keep going. But the stare is a mirror. It makes them face what they're doing without you giving a long explanation. And that's why it works. Most people can't handle the quiet reflection of their own behavior. It also strengthens you. Every time you don't flinch, you build a new habit, staying steady. And that steadiness becomes your reputation. People learn you're not the one to test for fun. Source. The next tool is even more underrated, using silence as your answer. Not eye contact this time, just no reply, no debate, no let me explain. When someone throws disrespect at you, their words are like a hook. If you bite, you're in their drama. If you argue, you're giving them time and energy. If you defend yourself, you're silently agreeing they have the right to judge you. But when you simply pause and give nothing back, their comment lands on the floor. It hangs in the air, and they have to sit with it alone. That silence is loud. It creates awkwardness, and awkwardness is a consequence. People who love disrespect often depend on attention. Silence starves it. Don't underestimate how powerful it is to not feed the moment. Stay calm, let it pass. Keep your peace. Source. Picture someone who loves joking insults, the kind that sting but are covered with a laugh. They say something sharp about your work, your looks, your choices, and if you react, they act innocent. If you get quiet, they say, "Wow, can't you take a joke?" This is where silence wins. You look at them like you heard it. Then you do nothing. No smile, no arguing. Maybe you raise an eyebrow, maybe you just blink slowly, and then you continue with what you were doing. They'll often get uncomfortable because the joke didn't get rewarded. They may mumble, they may change the topic, they may try again later, but each time you refuse to engage, you remove the payoff. And over time, they stop. This is not passive, it's selective. You are choosing where your energy goes. Wait, this part matters. Your peace is worth more than winning every small argument. Source. Now let's talk about a habit that keeps disrespect alive. Over-explaining your choices. This hits a lot of people. You make a decision and someone instantly questions it like they're your manager. Why would you do that? Why didn't you come? Why are you doing it this way? And you feel pressure to give a full story. Like if you explain it well enough, they'll finally approve. But here's the truth. Many people are not asking to understand. They are asking to judge. They are looking for cracks. They want you to doubt yourself, or your choice makes them uncomfortable because it challenges how they live. So they try to pull you back into their comfort zone. You don't have to go. Your life isn't a group project. Your choices don't need a vote. Keep your answers short, simple, clean. Source. Try this the next time someone pushes for reasons. Give a short line and stop, because it felt right for me, because I wanted to. That's what I chose. Then let the silence do the rest. At first, it can feel scary because you might think, will I look rude? But notice what changes when you stop giving long explanations. People have less to attack, less to twist, less to argue with. You also feel lighter. You stop building a courtroom case for your own decisions. And here's the secret benefit. You start trusting yourself more. The more you act like your choices are valid, the more valid they feel. Confidence isn't loud, it's steady, and steady people rarely get pushed around for long. If you're still with me, good, because the next one is where you protect your future, not just the moment. Source. Sometimes the best way to handle disrespect is distance. Not a fight, not a long talk, distance. Some people don't deserve front row access to your life. If someone is constantly crossing your line, criticizing you, draining you, making you feel small, you are allowed to step back. You don't need to announce it with drama. You can simply reduce contact, shorter conversations, less time together, fewer personal details shared. This is not hate, it's self-protection. Think of your energy like money. If someone keeps taking from you and never adds anything good, you don't keep handing them your wallet. Distance gives you clarity. It shows you how much better you feel when the negativity is not right next to your ear. And it makes space for people who actually respect you. That space is not empty, it's healing. Source. And finally, hold your head high. Yes, it sounds simple, but it's powerful when you do it on purpose. Disrespect works best when it makes you shrink, when you avoid eye contact, when you hunch, when you speak softer, when you start apologizing for existing. So flip that. Stand tall, shoulders back, calm face, steady eyes, not angry, not trying to prove anything, just grounded. When someone throws a snarky line, you don't collapse, you don't scramble, you stay upright mentally and physically, and you move like their words can't touch your core. That kind of calm confidence makes disrespectful people uncomfortable because it removes their control. They want to feel powerful, but you don't give them that feeling. You keep your dignity. And over time, your posture becomes your standard. People learn how to treat you by how you carry yourself. Respect starts with you. Source.